So let's all stand up. Turn your flags, get your feet together, Juliet. Good now. And facing me, Juliet. Good now. Taekwon. And Master McLeod, if I could call upon you to do the warm-up again, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, let's start. Come in. And you guys go. Up. Go. Set. 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 Go. Do. Up. Do. Up. Do. Set. 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 Up. Do. And flip it forward. Relax. Body loose. And switch. And switch. And double switch. Double switch. And stop. And straight up. And one. And nice and slow. Pull it up. Straight up again. And down. This time, grab those elbows and just hang. Grab. And go up. Move your head around. The other way. And now, right arm backwards. Backwards. And right arm forwards. Arm forwards. And down. One side, just nicely. And the other side. Take one arm across the body. Okay. Good. Now a nice long walking stance. Keep that nice and long. As always, let your body relax, your upper body. Don't want to lean forward. You definitely don't want to put it in the hand. You're going to be like that. Just take a little bit longer, really exaggerated walking stance. Good stretch. Nice and long. Up. Let's just do some leg and raise. Nice and easy. Coming up on our standing foot. Just up and up. And up. Do. Up. 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 Do. Up. And switch. Alright, we're gonna do something a little different now. Actually, this time just pull your foot up. Yeah, grab that foot. Reach out that quad. The other side. Got it. Now, bring your leg up. The last thing, and just bring it out a little bit. That's just a little stretch in the balance. And back to the other one. Bring your leg up. back in.
All right.
I just spotlight off here.
Because I was just looking, trying to figure out how to do that.
That's the spotlight. I just removed
Yeah.
it from it. Right.
All right, okay, everybody. Let's everybody line up and get your left leg forward, fighting stance. Shut. From here, stepping forward, this is front kick. Hana. Do. Sa. Na. Remember when you're doing this, knee's gotta come up. If your knee doesn't come up, you end up kicking down like you're kicking at small animals, which is never what we would do. So make sure to get that knee up on your kick. Fighting stance, turn. Yep. Front kick again. Hana. Do. Sa. Na. Fighting stance, turn. So it's important to be in the habit of picking up the knee on the front kick. It will extend through all of your kicks. Now we're going to do turning kick. Think again about picking up that knee on that kick. Very vital for the turning kick. And hana. Do. Sa. Na. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Sa. Na. And turn. Now doing side kick. We're going to start with stepping behind. But remember, when you step, the kicking leg, knees still got to come up. If I don't pick up my knee enough, I'm going to end up with either a very sloppy kick or a kick that has the potential to hurt my knee, to injure the knee muscles. So, stepping behind side kick, make sure to pick your knee up well. Hana. Do. Stepping behind side kick. We'll do rear leg in a minute. Set. And turn. Hana. Do. Set. Fighting stance, turn. Now side kick with the rear leg. This is harder, we're working our way up in difficulty. Because if I just put my knee here, going straight toward the camera, I'm gonna move closer so you can see me better. If I just put my knee here, then when I extend my leg, well, I've just done some sort of a bad turning kick, right? I need to get my knee across over here. Then the bottom of my foot has a chance to go in the direction where it needs to be. Alrighty then, so side kick with the rear leg. Remember, knee comes all the way around. Hana. Do. Set. Na. Very good, everybody. I see so many feet coming straight toward me. That's exactly what I should see. I want to see your foot coming at me from the bottom, not the toes or anything else. Fighting stance, turn. Same thing. Hana. Do. Set. Na. Fighting stance, turn. Now I want to see back kick. Back kick's got a similar thing. If, coming closer so you can see me better, if I turn on my back kick and I don't pick up my knee, we call this a mule kick. Comes kind of up from behind like a mule or a horse. That's effective in self-defense, but it's really ugly. And it's not as powerful. You don't generate as much power as if you have the knee up and then come around to extend. So now it's back kick. And hana. Do. Set. Na. Very good. And my yellow belts, good work. Glad to see you guys are trying it. This is a difficult kick. Fighting stance, turn. Same thing. Hana. Do. Set. Na. And turn. All right, now, going back to front kick. We're going to do front kick and a punch, same side. Hana. Do. Set. Na. And and turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Now, punch and the turning kick. So the punch turns your body around. Makes it so easy. Lets your leg relax. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Side kick with the rear leg followed by reverse punch. Kicking, step wide for your punch, come back to the fighting stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And if you find yourself having trouble balancing, focus, make sure you don't lean your body in any direction on the side kick. It will help you better with the punch. Fighting stance, turn. Same thing. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Now, we're going to do a back kick combination. Again, yellow belts, try it. If you find it difficult, you can switch to doing a side kick. The combination is going to be turning kick, then a back kick. If that's difficult for you, you could do side kick, turning kick, and then side kick. It's a very different type of motion because, of course, the back kick is reverse turning. I do want my yellow belts and green belts. Give it a try. Turning kick, then a back kick. 1, 2. Ready, and hana. Do. And turn. Hana. Do. Fighting stance, turn. So my advanced students, my red belts, black belts, actually my blue belts too. Turning kick, then a back kick. See how it gets your body spinning? You can see how you can add to that. Add a reverse turning kick. Put in more turning kicks at the beginning. You can get yourself spinning. Very effective. Each technique gets, the amount of hit it generates is more powerful, but you need to watch, you need to spot, you need to pick a point on the wall, or pick a point in front of yourself, focus on that. You do not want to lose your balance. You do not want to get dizzy. All right, back to your starting spot. Stepping forward, this is low block in a walking stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Low block, then reverse punch. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Turn. High block walking stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. High block, then reverse punch. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Middle lock in your L stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Hana. Make sure you cross when you block. Cross comes from underneath. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Middle lock at your L stance followed by reverse punch in a walking stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Now, stepping forward, walking stance, one punch. Hana. Do. Set. Net. I want these to be really strong punches. Fighting stance, turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance, turn. Now I want 3 punches in one step. When we do multiple punches without moving our feet, it's about how do you generate power. So while I'm going to turn sideways, I've punched once. How do I generate power for the second punch? I've got to flex, move, so you guys have a better view of it. I've finished my first punch. I flex that back leg, the heel, I keep moving in the wrong direction. There we go. The heel comes up off the floor to drive that second punch. And then for the third one. So watch what my body doesn't do. Am I leaning my face forward? No, I am not. So you want to make sure you don't offer your face for hitting to the other guy. Keep your body up. Moving closer. My shoulders are down. My shoulders aren't going to help me by bunching up. They're going to help me by being down. Letting myself have a neck. I've got 1 punch, 2 punches, 3 punches. Listen to see if you can make your uniform snap. You want to have a devastating punch. You want, when somebody comes in close, they know they did, because they know they got hit. So we're back here lined up. We're going to do 3 punches in one step. Focus on making all 3 punches super strong. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Fighting stance turn. Remember, by keeping your arms relaxed and loose, you will have more power on your punch. Doesn't always make sense when it's new, when that concept is new. Let's try it out. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Fighting stance turn. And the reason why I talk about your body being loose is because we know if we look at Olympic level martial artists, they're not big and bulky. They're long and lean. They don't have the big Hulk muscles. They have long, lean muscle tissue. That's because they need speed. And it's not just the Olympic Taekwondo guys. Their style does not do a lot of punching. The ITF guys, they do a lot of punching. Their body types are the same. They are flexible, they're long and lean. And so this works in our favor. We don't need to be lifting lots of heavy weights. We can get that looseness in our body and get the speed. It's not size that matters. All right. From here, left leg forward fighting stance. We're going to punch with the lead hand, just moving in quickly. Ready, and hana! Do! Set! stepping back, hana, do, set, net, going forward. So when I go forward, I push with my back leg to get myself going. When I go backwards, I push with the front leg. And you have to get some dropping down into the punch in order to generate power when you're going forward or backward. All right, moving forward again. Lead hand jabbing with a punch. Hana, do, set, net. Hand and foot land together. That's going to help generate power. Stepping back. Hana, do, set, net. And switch your feet. So now your righties have a good hand in the front. Hana, do, set, net. Stepping back. Hana, do, set, net. Moving forward. Hana, do, set, net. Moving back. Hana, do, set, net. And step forward. Oh. When you do these quick jabs, you may find that your dominant leg, the times when you're pushing with your dominant leg, those all are the better punch. This is what I find. So my charging forward is okay. My charging back is better. I'm left-handed and left leg. So I'm charging back. My left leg is driving. When I switch sides, charging is my better one, and moving back, not as much. So pay attention to this. We all have just one degree or another, one leg that's better than the other, and it may not always be better because it's better at everything. So you may have one leg that's dominant because it's stretchier, the other leg that's dominant because it balances better. Or one is stronger, but the other's more flexible. That's all normal, that's okay. And the more you can figure that out, the more you can do things tailored to what your body needs, what your body does. So if you've got one leg that's more flexible, stretch the other one to make it more flexible. But know when you're kicking, know when you're sparring, that's the leg that's gonna go high. If you're at a test and you're given an option for how to break boards and you wanna do a high break, obviously you're gonna do that good leg. All right, back to your spot, lining up, left and forward fighting stance. So, now we're doing the reverse punch. This is gonna get some speed from that twist. Reverse punches are always stronger than straight lead hand punches. Ready, hana, do, set, net. Are you pushing that hip forward? So if I'm here, I start out this way, I finish much, well look at that, you can see the logo on the back of my uniform. If I don't do that, as you know, I'm not gonna reach. Fighting stance turn. Now we're punching with the left hand. And, hana, do, set, net. Fighting stance turn. Hana, do, set, net. Do you feel it getting stronger? The more you practice it, you should feel it getting stronger. Fighting stance turn. Hana, do, set, net, and turn. Now let's put them together. We're gonna go, I'm gonna give you a side view here. Lead hand, and then charge again, reverse hand. So this is when you're chasing somebody. This is, if you watch me spar, this is what I do when I spar. If I get in on you, and the person's backing up and backing up, I want to chase them with punches. I want to keep that closeness. I want to stay on somebody like glue, and this is how I do it. So I'm going to share with you so you can do it. Again, we're in our fighting stance. Charge with the lead hand, charge with the reverse hand, come back to your fighting stance. And hana, do, and turn. Hana, do, fighting stance turn. Hana, do, turn. Hana, do, fighting stance turn. So you can see how if you're chasing somebody, you could do 2, 4, 6, however many punches you need. Remember in sparring, remember in Taekwondo practice, it's not one and done. Quite often people do just one. But the people who get used to doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're gonna get one in. That's where the benefit is. That's why we like combinations. And that's why I like combinations. This is punching. We all can do punching. We can do it from white belt. So everybody here is learning something that is really applicable, whether you're sparring, whether it's self-defense, whether it's physical fitness, whether it's just doing Taekwondo, it's useful for everyone. Now, let's add a kick. So we've done charge punch with the front hand, charge punch with the back hand, and let's do a lead leg kick. That's really hard. I'm gonna say that right off. That's really hard because you've got all this momentum going forward and then you have to stop and kick. I want you to try it out. Hard is good sometimes. When you get it, it's oh so much more rewarding. Ready and fighting stance. Lead hand, reverse hand, and then the lead leg turning kick. Nice quick kick. Ha! Do. And turn. Ha! Do. Fighting stance turn. Ha! Do. Turn. Ha! So Bella, that should be the other leg. Switch your feet. Because you're going to keep, Bella, you're going to keep one leg in front the whole way back. So let's do it again. Let's do the next one. Ready? Do. Lead hand, back hand, lead kick. Fighting stance turn. So this is a weird, I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. Let you do a couple more, not a full lap. It is a weird combination. But again, weird is good. We're looking for things that are different. I could stand here and have you guys go front kick, turning kick all day, but I'm trying to give something different, something unusual. So lead hand, reverse hand, front leg. So another thing with this kick, black belts, red belts, I don't have anybody to demonstrate on. When somebody is here, there's that gap. You can come up under their arms. That's what this kick is doing. I'm coming up this way, kind of on a 45. Not the proper come straight across. Not the turning kick you use to break boards, but coming up. I'm trying to illustrate, and it's looking very bad on the camera, but it comes up, it's real quick and dirty, but they think twice about coming in. You can put a lot of power on it. Let's actually move on because it is, I will definitely do this in another class. Just take a look at the time. I'm going to go ahead and do some more hand techniques. So left leg forward fighting stance. Jump. L stance, knife hand strike. Ha! Do. Set. Net. Remember the striking hand goes inside the other one. Fighting stance turn. Ha! Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Stepping forward with guarding block with knife hand. Remember, bring your hands up before they block. Ha! Do. Set. Net. Stepping back. Ha! Do. Set. Net. Stepping forward, walking stance. I want to repeat 3 punches in 1 step. Ha! Do. Set. Net. With all the punching practice we've done, I hope you're feeling a more powerful punch now that we've done all the other stuff. Fighting stance turn. Same thing. Ha! Do. Set. Net. And the fighting stance turn. From here, stepping forward, this is axe kick. We have 2 axe kicks. Oftentimes instructors will just say axe kick, plain. I want you guys to know the difference between the 2. One comes from across your body, it comes up and then down. The other one comes from the outside and then comes down. They each have their benefits. We're gonna start with the one coming from the outside and then coming down. If I just bring my legs straight up, I'm gonna hit my opponent on the way up. That's not gonna feel great for me. And then they know what I'm doing because I hit them along about middle level rather than coming down from above. Another way axe kick is useful for people who are, even for people like me, I'm not terribly flexible, but it keeps people at a distance. The axe kick coming near somebody's head, coming at their body that way, is something that makes most people pull back. It's too heavy to block, and so you want to be able to use this, keep somebody at a distance. There's some people here, I think I spoke with Madeline. This is a good kick for Madeline. This is a good kick for, I'm gonna say it's a good kick for Bella, because Bella's got long legs. I like it for, who else? Caduce, I've told you for a long time, I would love you to use this. I think it's a great one to have. But everybody should be familiar with it. Even if you're short and not flexible, you will still be able to use this to keep a tall person at a distance. And your targets. All right, so technically it's hitting on the face. But since many fighting divisions, contact to the face is not allowed, hitting to the that area right below the collarbone. If somebody has a chest guard on, I will aim for the top of the padding on that chest guard. I don't like the idea of hitting somebody in the face. I would feel terrible if I actually made contact. The times when I have hit somebody in the face, I've always felt terrible. And it's been because somebody moved in. And if you're worried about somebody moving in on your axe kick, aim for something lower down, like the top of the chest guard, or maybe the lower part of the shoulder, maybe where the patches are, is a good target. Still does the benefit of keeping somebody at a distance. All right, enough talk. Left leg forward fighting stance. Jump. We're going outside to inside, axe kick. Ready, and hana. Do. Set. Net. Now here's something difficult. Keep your head up. Don't look at the floor. Pick a spot. Keep your focus on that. Remember, that's your opponent. You need to see what they are doing. Fighting stance turn. Same thing. Outside to inside, axe kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Now we're going to go inside to outside. Many people feel that the kick from the outside to in, the one we just did, leaves your body exposed. Other people feel crossing your body to kick takes too long. They both have benefits. We're going to come across and then straight down. Ready? And hana. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Hana. Do. Set. Net. And turn. Step forward. Oh. There is a kick that looks a lot like axe kick. In the warm-up, Master McLeod had people doing this, right? Moving your leg, bend knees sort of makes a circle in front of you. If you extend that kick, then you're starting to do what some people call a crescent kick. The foot comes up and slaps across. It is in some of your advanced black belt patterns. The idea is your foot is traveling across. I come up, and then it kind of whips around. So that is inside to outside, or I can come up from the outside and kick across. This is definitely a head height kick. It's not going to be very effective to the body, but again, as a deterrent, it's valuable. What I want you to watch, I want you to keep your eyes on your own foot. Toes need to be pointing up. Don't fall into the trap of I'm not sure quite how to do it, but some people end up turning the foot on a diagonal. We're not looking for that. I don't want your toes being like so. I want them pointing straight up at the ceiling. That's how you're gonna get that whipping action. Let's give it a go. Ready? Left leg forward fighting stance. So we're gonna start with from the outside toward the in. So you're coming up and then across. Ta-da! Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Same thing. Ta-da! Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Now you're going to come up across your body and bring the foot across and out for the kick. This is a whippy, snappy kick. When you feel comfortable, you should be hearing your uniform making snapping noise. Ready, and ta-da! Do. Set. Remember to keep those toes pointing up. If they're turning up, this is when your belly is actually going forward. You're not trying to be sideways. Set. That was actually 4. Fighting stance turn. Ta-da! Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Step forward, go. So I'd like to give you guys a chance to try some harder kicks. These are, you've seen reverse turning kick, where somebody's kicking with the back of the heel coming around. That's a good kick. These are ones, axe kick, crescent kick. We don't use them much, so it's good to expose you, let you see, does this work for you? If you hate it, you can ignore it until it's called for in class again. If you like it, cultivate it, use it, because there are a lot of kicks out there that maybe you haven't seen yet. My black belts, I'm sure they've seen it, but it is good to be reminded that there's some extra tools in your arsenal that you can use if you want them. All right, let's line up again. We're gonna do some combinations. Skipping front kick, reverse punch, front turning kick. Ta-da! Do. That turning kick, you want it nice and whippy, really quick. Fighting stance turn. Ta-da! Do. And turn. Now, shift and turning kick. There are many ways to shift. We're going to start out by doing a switch and then the turning kick. Ta-da! Switch, kick. Do. Set. Net. Try to keep your body upright. The more you tip, the longer it takes. We're looking for quick and dirty. Fighting stance turn. Ta-da! Shift. Turn kick. Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. Now the shift is jump and cross your feet and do the quick turning kick. Ta-da! Do. That's right. Set. Net. Again, try to keep your body upright. I see a bunch of people where the body tips. Since we're going for speed, any tip has to be untipped, and it's going to take you it's going to take you milliseconds that you need for kicking. Fighting stance turn. Ta-da! Do. Set. Net. Fighting stance turn. The last version is more complicated. If it makes no sense to you, you don't need to do it. I'm going to give you the sideways view. I get so confused with it. When I look at the screen, I walk to the left, it shows me walking to the right. So, 1, 2, 3. So my front foot moves first. Front foot comes back a little bit. I'm up on the ball of my foot. Back foot crosses in front, and then I kick. So what it would sound like is bum, 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 bum. Why do we do this? We do this to mess up the timing of our opponent. If they see you do this and that once, they know it goes X, kick, boom, boom. If you do that and then you do boom, 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 they don't know when you're kicking. A good fighter is looking at your timing, is looking to know when you are going to come in. And this is like speaking in Greek until you finally see it. For me, Grandmaster Kim talked with me about it. You need to know what they're doing before they do it. And I thought, that's crazy. How do you know that? How do you know when the train is leaving the station? But the reality is, once you see it, it's like Fred Flintstone and the car. You see the lights going, and then psh, they go off. Once you start to see that, you understand that you can see when somebody's coming in, and then you can mess with them to make them come in. So that's why we're going to do this. Front foot comes in, back foot crosses in front, and a quick turning kick. Remember that one comes up under their hands? That's really what we're doing here. Fighting stance, and front foot, back foot, turning kick. Hana! Do! Set! Net! Many of the advanced students are used to doing this in the turning kick drill. I really, really don't want you to tip. Watch my upper body. I'm not going to let you see my feet. I'm hiding it. That's to my benefit. If I tip, then I shift. I got to come all the way back up. I want to be up, so when I do, you know my punch is coming. If you know me, after every kick, I want to punch. I want to punch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I want to kick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I need to be ready to do whatever I want to do. All right, fighting stance turn. Let's do the other side. Remember, front foot moves first, back foot crosses in front, quick turning kick. And, hana, do, set, net, fighting stance turn. Step forward, paro. Last thing before we stop, I want to do some simulated two-step sparring. So what we're going to do, pick somebody in the Zoom, that's your target. You're going to try to figure out, in your head, you're going to look at the person and you're going to say, do I know what they're going to do next? And so if you know they're coming in with a turning kick, what would you do to counter the turning kick? You could do that last shifting and turning kick. You could do lead leg side kick. You can do whatever technique works for you. Since we can't do two-step sparring or regular sparring for realsies, we're going to do the Zoom version. So let's everybody face the screen. Pick your opponent. Chariot, Kyonet. Back up to your left space, fighting stance. Begin. And then you back up after your first combination. Set and. So work on speed. Remember, you have two hands as well. And stop. Face your partner. Chariot, Kyonet, Taekwon. All right, we are now out of time. Thank you for coming on this journey with me through a lot of stuff that we don't get a chance to do all the time. Before we bow out, I have a tip to give out. Let's everybody clap for Madeline, who has a yellow tip today. Congratulations. All right, everybody. So let's turn and face the flags. Feet together, chariot, kyunai. Oh. And facing me, chariot, kyunai, taekwon. Facing Master McLeod, thank you for your help today, sir. Chariot, kyunai, taekwon. Now, facing all the black belts, chariot, kyunai, taekwon. And our head student is once again Janelle. Chariot, kyunai, taekwon. Thank you, everybody.